We met Honorable Union Minister in his office. You are going to sign this MOU, within half an hour you will be getting your money. So this is the word he used. What happened to your Oriya language? So that we don't want to happen to our Tamil language. But straight away I will say this is not NEP 2020, it's RSS 2020. There is no way like they are talking about a scientific approach in this one. They are not talking about any democracy taught in this one. They are not talking about any global vision of a student. There is no any futuristic thought of the each and every student.
So do you think the BJP in the state has been completely isolated?
If you talk about state rights, they always been isolated from others. We know about that. And 2024 results also, like almost out of 39, we won all the 39. They have been even isolated in that electoral politics also.
Do you think there is any other healthy
So
way of handling
I am asking you one thing. We are talking about education. Okay, education is the foundation for each and every state. Okay, on that they are insisting something and they are stopping the money. Then see the mentality of them.
Tamil Nadu has been fighting with the union government with regard to the new education policy and implementing the three-language policy in the state. The state is fighting against the union government to get the Samagra Siksha Abhiyan funds to the tune of 2,512 crores. Let us hear from our school education minister what he has to say and how the state is going to sustain the fight with the union government and how they are going to fight it legally. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thanks for joining us. Last year, you met Union Minister Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan. Can you recall about the meeting? What was the crux of the meeting, and did you discuss on the NEP?
Mostly is SSA fund, Samagra Siksha Abhiyan fund. Every year they used to release that fund based on 3 installments. Initially, we will be having a project approval board meeting with our state side officials and from the union government officials. We'll come to a figure and they will say, okay, for example, if you are going to talk more about the schemes for the future of students, we'll tell, so these are the schemes that we are planning to bring. So almost 4,000 crores worth of discussion will be going there. Then they said, okay, out of this 4,000, okay, initially we are ready to release the amount of 3,800 crores. In that 3,800 crores, 60:40 ratio, they need to give us more than 2,000 crores rupees for this one. So every year they were releasing this, and there's no any hurdles, there's no any issues on this one. In 2023, at the time of receiving our final installment, they said, now we are planning to implement a new component called PM SHRI schools. We are almost going to identify more than 14,000 schools in the nation. We are more keen on giving a quality education. We said that's good. Giving a quality education is good. So what are the other classes of PM SHRI? Then we asked them. Then slowly we understood they are planning to implement almost all the NEP 2020 classes through this PM SHRI. Then we said, we are very comforted what we are already in our state. That education system is more than enough for our students because we are having more achievers in our state in terms of schemes, in terms of students going to other states, going international level. So this is more than enough for us. Then they said, no. If you are not going to sign for this PM SHRI, you will be not getting the final amount. Then these are the information I received from my bureaucrats. Then I said, no problem, I will come and meet him. I'm very confident I can convince him. So I went to his residence in Delhi, myself with two bureaucrats from our side. Then he was very happily receiving us. He was talking to us in a very friendly way, and he said, at last of the meeting, he said, why can't you accept this PM SHRI school? Then we said, these are some of the classes in PM SHRI, our state has its own sentiments. We can't accept, especially in terms of language side, we are very comfort on our 2 language, and you are trying to impose a 3rd language in this one. We are not very much, our students will not be very comfortable, so this is not going to work out in that. Then he said, on my behalf, better you talk to your Honorable Chief Minister and tell about these are the views, because even I am from a non-Hindi state, Orissa. So then I asked, you are from a non-Hindi state, you know what happened to your Oriya language, so that we don't want to happen to our Tamil language. Then he said, no, you just And I said, convincing, there is no other way on convincing our Honorable Chief Minister. This is the way he is going to tell. But anyway, I will just convey your message to our Honorable Chief. I spoke to our Honorable Chief Minister. He said, nothing doing, we are not going to accept this third language kind of thing. We are not going to accept this NEP 2020 in whether it's going to come in directly or indirectly. So he is very keen on that one. This I met him before 2024 election. After the election has been finished, then I went to Delhi, having all other MPs from each and every parties in our alliance party. We met Honorable Union Minister in his office, and we convinced him. Then he is very keen on that one. See, even I am telling right now, if you are going to accept this PM SHRI, and if you are going to sign this MOU, within half an hour you will be getting your money. So this is the word he used. Then I conveyed to our Honorable Chief Minister. He said, why these kind of blackmailing they are doing? In what way, like we are not performing in our state? Then I told Union government, Union ministers, even to their officers also. So even the SSCA, like you derived almost 20 kind of objectives. In the 20 kind of objectives in the SSCA, the first top state is Kerala. Out of 2019, they are top. 20 they are top, and 19 Tamil Nadu is top in each and every objective is framed by your side. In what way we are not performing? Why you want to bring this kind of conditions, like you need to sign on the PM SHRI, then only we will release. So this is the thing, like till now we are fighting for that one.
But PM SHRI schools, they say it will be kind of model schools. What stops us from accepting the
In
PM
the
SHRI
PM
schools?
SHRI schools, as I already said, they started, their agenda is to impose this NEP 2020 on this, through this PM SHRI, and slowly they will make all the schools in future like kind of PM SHRI level. So initially, like we are not accepting that one, so that bothers them a lot. Why other states are accepting, why you are not accepting? I said, our own state, we have state sentiment on language. Everybody knows, the whole world. You can see the martyr for the language is only in Tamil Nadu, the state. It's a very unique state. But I don't know, they are very adamant on imposing the Hindi on this one.
Is it because our government schools are far better than the schools run by the central government or the Navodaya schools or the PM SHRI schools in other states?
Definitely, I will say yes, because we are not comparing with other states, we are comparing with other countries. Like what are the technologies we need to bring in terms of artificial intelligence? Already we have our own committee. The committee is now doing their work on the curriculum side and syllabus side. We are talking about more on robotics, and we are the only state which signed with Microsoft in terms of TEALS scheme is only Tamil Nadu in the whole India. So like that, we are focusing lot on that. But straight away I will say, this is not NEP 2020, it's RSS 2020. I will straight away condemn the union government on this one, because there is no way, like they are talking about a scientific approach in this one. They are not talking about any democracy taught in this one. They are not talking about any global vision of a student. There is no any futuristic thought of the each and every student. There is no important about the English language. Like there is no focus on the teachers and children side. There is no rights on the teachers and children side. So if you go through this NEP 2020 book, and you will see they are talking lot about the Sanskrit. They allotted money of 1,488 crores for the Sanskrit language. For other Dravidian languages, with the Tamil, Telugu, Kannadiga kind of, on the whole, it is very meager amount. And they are giving more focus on the infrastructure of Hindi and Sanskrit. So in such a way, what they will say, we are giving option of a third language. We are insisting only on mother tongue. After that, one regional language. After that, one foreign language. That foreign language can be a German. That foreign language can be a Japanese. It can be Arabic kind of thing. They are giving these kind of options. But if you see in terms of infrastructure, if I want to search some of the resource on these kind of teachers, I can't get these kind of teachers. But automatically, indirectly, what they will do, only the resource on the Hindi teacher is ready. And if you want to go, better you go with the Hindi teacher. So this is their idea. I'm just telling, they are not coming directly to Tamil Nadu, because they know in terms of language how Tamil Nadu will, the state will react. They know each and everything. That's why they are not telling we are going to impose Hindi on this one, but they are coming indirectly telling like the three language policy we are going to implement. So we are very cautious on that one in terms of language, because again I am asking, they are talking about the three language policy. It has been implemented in other state. Just give me some of the products, proven products of the students, or any resources from each and every state. Because even today our Honorable Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu said, because because of the English, each and everywhere in the whole world, Tamil Nadu people, they are ranking top on each and every industries. So this is more than enough for us.
But do you think there is any other healthy way to fight with the central government, because you're not getting the funds, and this will again come down on the people and affect only the education department. So do you think there is any other healthy way of handling
Okay,
this?
I am asking you one thing. We are talking about education. Okay, education is the foundation for each and every state. Okay, on that they are insisting something and they are stopping the money. Then see the mentality of them. And again, I will ask you some other thing. If you talk about the natural disaster, like almost 45,000 crores was the request from the government. Until now, they have released some 200 or 300 crores from the central government. So their mentality is how, in what are the other ways, like they want to punish us based on the 2024 result, the outcome of the 2024 result. So this is the mentality of them. They are not very much keen on the development of Tamil Nadu. But apart from that, you know, the SDG, recently you might have known about in terms of the poverty parameters, or in terms of malnutrition, in terms of giving a quality education, in terms of giving a quality health kind of thing. In everything, economy level, we are the number one. In the SDG they are giving. And even the union government, as I said, even on the education part, even in other sectors also, Tamil Nadu government is ranking number one. They are appreciating on our state on one side, and they are stopping each and every money on other statements. Then what kind of mentality they are having? And every time, as you said, being a minister, being a state minister, I went to his house, I went to his parliament office, and we are just talking to them. We are not very harsh in talking to them also, because we know we are sitting in their office. We want our mission, our vision to be success. So we are just asking them, but they are insisting more on this kind of language policy. You need to accept this one. You need to accept, like, each and every third standard, fifth standard, eighth standard student should go for the examination. If the third standard student is going to fail on the examination, we'll give 2 months time. At the time, you should make that children pass from 3 to 4, or else let them study in the third standard. So nowadays, when we came to the power, before coming to the power, Honorable Chief Minister, now the dropout ratio is 16. After we come to the power, we will reduce it to 5%. Now we are reduced. Even we didn't tell that. The union government is telling that. Yeah, Tamil Nadu government have almost diminished the dropout ratio. So we are performing in all the sectors, all the angles. But I don't know what kind of mentality they are having. That's why I tell you, it's not NEP 2020, it's RSS 2020. They want each and every common man's person as the RSS activities. So this is the thing they are doing.
But without the financial support from the center, now you say it is around 2,512 crores that is pending through the SSA funds. So without this, how do you think the state education department can manage?
Honorable Chief Minister said, whatever the thing, even 5,000 crores or 10,000 crores, we are not bothered about the money. We are bothered only on the policy side, and we are very strong enough. As you know, our party is almost a 75 years old party, and we have seen lot of success and lot of failure also in terms of elections. But apart from that, still this party is existing is because the way how we are following our policy, which is derived from the ideas of Thandai Periyar, Periyar Anna, Muthammani Kalaignar, like even our Honorable Chief Minister right now. So we are giving more importance on the way, the ideology, what we are following here. So as our Honorable Chief Minister said, we will manage, we will handle. We don't want to sacrifice our ideology for this kind of money.
Yes, Minister, I understand. But I want to hear from you the options that are available for the state government. The center is stubborn that it will not release the funds and it wants the NEP to be implemented. The state is for the two-language policy and you are not accepting the NEP 2020. So, what are the options available now? Are there any legal options? Because when it came to NEET, we approached the Supreme Court, and in other cases also, we have, be it in the governor's case also, we have already gone to the Supreme Court. So, do you think there are other legal options? What are the options available before you now?
Yeah, Honorable Chief Minister is discussing a lot on the legal side also with the CM office kind of thing. And apart from that, you know, a session is going to start on 14th. Definitely, I think Honorable Chief Minister will bring some of the resolutions to be passed in the House. So let us wait on that one.
Do you think we have options?
Options in terms like we are fighting a lot, as you know, being a school education minister, even with this media, I request Honorable Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, without giving any conditions, don't stop our money. It's not just a money for a party, or just it's not just a money for one just a department. This almost depends on 43 lakh students' future, and it almost depends on 32,000 teachers and other officials who are working on this SSA, this one. And last year, in the announcement, I said like we are going to bring robotics in all the districts. We are going to bring a sensory park in all the districts. But since the money has been limited now, as a pilot project in 5 districts, we are planning to bring a sensory park, and 5 districts we are planning to bring this robotics. And please don't stop this money. Don't have any other agenda on the education side. If it is going to be a politics, we are ready to fight on the ideological side. We are ready to face anything on that one. But in terms of educations, represent each and every student's family, being a minister, I request Honorable Union Minister, please release the money as soon as possible. Till then, as you asked, our Honorable Chief Ministers, in terms of how to handle, we are not going to stop any schemes that is already been practiced based on the SSA scheme. We are going to handle that one. As you know, in the whole India, the only state which is allotting more money on the budget session is to education department is Tamil Nadu.
And can you give me some data on the number of students in the government schools and the money you spend on the teachers? What is the share from the central government for their salary?
60:40 ratio, it is like almost more than 500 to 600 crores is for the salary kind of thing. For other thing,
For
the
infrastructure.
schemes will be there. And more than 32,000 of teachers and other officials working for this on this Samagra Shiksha scheme. More than 43 lakh students is benefited in terms of children with special needs, in terms of KGBV schools, in terms of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Avishya Vidyalaya, in terms of escorting children in hill areas. Even for the special children's, even the RTE amount, we are talking about social justice. This RTE amount, Right to Compulsory Education Act, almost 25% of poor students from the social economic background, they want to admit their student in some of the private schools, almost 25%. Almost last 2 years, the union government, they stopped the amount to be released to each and every students' fees, and now it is going to be a very big question mark. So on that part also we are discussing a lot on that one. So that is the difference between, because why we are talking more on this difference between social discrimination and social justice. A language should be a language for a social justice. It should not be a reason for any social discrimination. So this is our stand on this one.
Yes, when the government took over in 2021, we were talking about the state education policy, and the draft was also submitted almost a year before. So, what is the status of the state education policy? Are we in the process of implementing it?
Yeah, already the draft has been handed over to our Honorable Chief Minister. The state education policy consists of both school education and higher education. On the school education board, that was the reference for us, why we are opposing this NEP, based on that reference only. But I think Honorable Chief Minister is planning to release in 2 ways, like on the school education part and higher education part. So just we are also waiting for that.
Are you planning to meet the union minister again and request for the funds, or how are you going to sustain the
See,
struggle?
I'm not seeing any ego on this one, because here we need the money on behalf of the future of each and every students. And definitely, I will ask our Honorable Chief Minister, if Honorable Chief Minister is going to direct me to do that. I am ready to go and meet him at any time.
Is the government planning to sustain the struggle in terms of, opposing the center to implement?
From the beginning, in terms of when it comes in terms of ideology, from pairing run-up period, even from Tamil Nadu, even now, you know how we are struggling a lot to talk more about our rights, the state rights. And definitely, we are requesting the union government, or else better give the education to the state list. We'll take care of our students.
Do you think the BJP in Tamil Nadu has completely been isolated because all the opposition parties, be it the Dravidian parties or any other party, even a new party, have come together with you in delimitation or in the language policy? So, do you think the BJP in the state has been completely isolated?
Yeah, the BJP is, we know about their mentality, like we know about their agenda. That's why the state which have a very weak leadership, they will easily acquire and they will easily conquer that state. But in Tamil Nadu, we have a very strong leadership in our state. So they are finding very struggle to enter into our state. So this way I will say. And I won't see they are isolated now only on this kind of language policy or in terms of delimitation. If you talk about state rights, they always been isolated from others. We know about that. And 2024 results also, like almost out of 39, we won all the 39. They have been even isolated in that electoral politics also. So that way, I think after knowing these kind of results, I don't know why they are, after 24 election only, they are more adamant on pushing these kind of conditions to a state.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.